years. I think.
Yeah, there's no reason.
You got that.
Fuel engine house.
But I talked, I heard them.
Classic. 40 years.
At 7, yeah.
Oh, so you went to this property? He's got. We're both there.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready when you're ready.
We measured, the guy was probably.
I'd like to call to order the Ravenna City Planning Commission, September 26, 2023. Call the roll, please.
Yes. Roll call. Bill Barber. Kay Dubinsky.
Here.
Mark Hairston.
Here.
Carmen Lodato.
Here.
Frank Seaman.
Here.
Jonathan Jennings. Josh Smith.
Here.
Bob Finney.
Here.
Okay, can I have a motion to excuse Jonathan and Bill?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are excused. I hope you've had time to look at the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Any questions? Seeing none, we'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I move that we accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, the minutes are approved. There is no new business tonight. Actually, this kind of takes care of itself, but we had a gentleman who was granted a variance on North Prospect Street to operate or manufacture weapons of sorts. There were certain stipulations, such as people not coming to the house to pick these things up, those sorts of things, but in the meantime, this gentleman was involved in an accident and died. We want to be sure that the proper people are notified, which if it has not already happened, I will take care of tomorrow. With that, I guess we could, we'll also send a letter to the heirs, letting them know that that right died with the gentleman when he passed away. This is something we'll do anyways, but we brought it before the board because we passed that, and if there was any other discussion, we'll be glad to entertain it at this time. Carmen?
I'd just like to add something to your comments in that although we initially felt we could put the stipulation in about people not coming to the home to pick up, it turns out that we had that discussion where
Yes.
people would have to come and pick up those weapons from the house, and I really think that these are terrible circumstances, but gives us an opportunity to review when we talk about neighborhoods. And I know that these are things that have been historically allowed in other places, but those residences, like the one in Kent, was more the Brimfield area where there's lots of property around. It's not in the middle of a neighborhood. Because I don't think that this will be the last time that a permit like this comes before the city. And I really think that the council and the city, when I talk to people out in the community, have a lot of discussion about what they envision for Ravenna, and this doesn't really fit into that description. And I know it's tough when people are at a meeting and they come to the podium and they're passionate and they have their neighbors there that support them, but I think that the task is to think of the overall kind of feel that we want the city to have. And that residence was right in the middle of our downtown historic neighborhoods. And thankfully, nothing ever happened. thankfully. But it's just not something, we have it in our book here, I haven't read it yet, but I know it's there because I read it online, that the first thing that we have to consider when we have new things on our agenda is about this master plan. Does it fit in with the city?
The master plan is under development right now.
Well, you know I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
But the whole
Yeah.
idea is the spirit behind that, is that the first point of consideration should be, how does it fit into an overall picture? So I would hope that when this comes up again, that we give a lot of consideration to where this is, and not put these types of establishments, not allow people's homes to run a business like this out of it. I would freak out. If it was my neighbor, I would not feel safe in my home. I would feel outraged that my city representatives allowed something like this in. So that's all I have to say about that.
Anybody else have any comments? There's really nothing to vote on with this. And, we'll go ahead and notify, even if it's re-notify, the proper people that the gentleman has passed. And we'll put together a letter to the heirs that it's done, it's withdrawn. Any other questions or comments or business to come before us tonight? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. And I appreciate your comments, by the way. Thank you. This other one doesn't start till